Okay, so you can see from my manifesting book that there's a lot of crystals, and you can see my slides that there are crystals everywhere. I love, love, love crystals, and they feature in my office, they feature in my sessions, and I want to talk to you about manifesting with crystals. If it's something that resonates with you, fantastic. And if you're not a crystal girl or guy, so be it. You've got your own tools in your toolkit. But let me explore and give you my experience with manifesting with crystals. Okay, sharing the screen as we always dive into. So, did you know that quartz crystals are actually in watches? Well, they used to be anyway, as the quartz crystal, the clear one, holds the frequency of precise time. So it's a very specific crystal for a very specific job that gives the evidence that it's doing something. Its frequency will generate time on a clock. Certain type of crystal is used in our LCD TVs, and by definition, sugar. Sugar is a crystal. So billions of people are using crystals every single day, even the naysayers. But whether they like it or not, we are exposed to crystals. We work with crystals. We utilize the energy of crystals every single day. So crystals can transfer their powerful energy just by holding them. And I know my children, if you take them to a crystal shop, like they're, whoa, wow, this one's burning my hand, and it leave a little pink mark, or they feel kind of a bit lightheaded or dizzy, or they kind of get zapped by crystals and things like that. There are different people in this culture who will feel the energy because their energy is tuned to that sensitivity. So it's quite fascinating how they radiate their energy. If you think about little ones who are teething and their mums grab for a jasper necklace or wherever they put it on the body, what's happening there is the jasper has its own frequency. Everything is a frequency, everything is radiating energy. And so the frequency of jasper helps reduce the inflammation when it comes to teething time. It helps reduce the inflammation in the body. And so, whether you believe in it or not, whether you feel it or not, there's definitely an energy exchange. And if you get in touch with somebody who works with crystals every single day, they're in touch with a higher vibration like Reiki to really charge up the crystals. So there's more activity that you can experience from them. Some crystals are just asleep. They're just like, nah, this lifetime, I'm not awake. And so you can pick them up and like, oh, okay, darling, you're not really here to work very much. But crystals are quite fascinating. If they've got a life of their own, if they don't want to work with you anymore, you'll find yourself losing it, whether you drop it or it just goes walkabout. I have no idea how they do that, but it's just like walking into a crystal shop. And I know for myself, I had to get a crystal for my daughter, and I just walked in, boom, it was that green one hanging, had to have it, didn't care how much it cost. And I was like, oh, okay. There was this invitation from that crystal to me. It was like, oh, I have to come home with you, like a puppy. So that's how I work with crystals, is recognizing their energy. So when you pick up a crystal, being at that crystal shop, and first you have to check in, we've got my citrine here, but first you need to actually just sort of focus within and ask the crystal, like, will you work with me? And like seeing a familiar friend, you should get that familiar sort of excited energy, like, oh, yes. And there's that moreish feeling of like, yes, okay, I'm taking you home with me. And yeah, this crystal of mine, it's been with me for about 10 years. Citrine is definitely one that brings in the abundance, that yellow golden kind of color, bring in that creative energy to manifest. So some people will hold on to their crystals when they're visualizing their manifestation. So if I was going to do a meditation, a quantum jump about me, receiving the abundance, receiving the car, I may actually hold on to a crystal, maybe not this size, but something that's little that I can carry with me as a reminder that that every time that I hold onto that crystal, it takes me back to driving that car and knowing that yes, my manifestation is in place. So depends on what's right for what works for you when it comes to how you want to manifest with crystals. I have them in my office, I have them in my home, I have them in my bedroom. But I'm a crystal girl because I'm also a plants girl as well. So they're also around me. I just feel that infinite kind of connection with them. So that's just me. So the crystals that are known to accelerate manifesting, and I don't have a picture of all of them, but we do have things like amethyst. Here's my big one here. She normally sits that way. But amethyst, citrine, carnelian, rose quartz, clear quartz, tiger eye, most crystals have actually multiple ways of working with their person. So you don't have to get so detailed on getting the crystal Bible out, having a look at, oh, does this match? Trust your intuition, because there are some crystals that I have in my house that are known to clear the energy, but they're also there to clear the energy to help me communicate. So they're doing two things. I have a particular crystal that is known to filter out toxic energy or negative energy away from me. I've had that one now, again, for well and truly over 10 years, maybe 15 years. And you can see it's a black crystal, and I should have brought it with me, but it's a black tourmaline that's similar. Oh, she is here. Did that happen? So I've got a black tourmaline here, and what happens is clears out like an air conditioner filter. It clears out the negative energy. Pretty clever of you getting here. And you can see on the sides that if I've dealt with something that's pretty heavy, there's this green leaching that comes out of this particular crystal. I'll drop the screen so you can see a bit clearer, but you can see there that green. And mostly if I've been dealing with some heavy duty kind of client scenarios, this crystal's working heavy duty, and I'll clean that off and be completely fine, and then get into another heavy duty sort of session with someone, and then the green starts to show itself. So it's definitely doing its job. I definitely charge it out in the moonlight when I remember. Charging your crystals, putting them out into a grid or just onto the ground on a full moon when it's dry, will charge up your crystals just the same as putting out a bottle of water, hopefully a glass bottle of water, out into the full moon. The energy of the moon will charge up your water, and you have moon water, which will give you the benefits of that particular energy, that full moon manifestation energy. I'm just checking in with my guides. Is there anything else here that I need to talk about when it comes to crystals? They want to, what I'm noticing with the way that the guides are talking at the moment is they want to point out that not only are they an energy tool, but they're also a tool to use within your mind. So we know some people carry around lucky coins or rosemary beads or things like that that remind them of the protection that is around them. And so whether the rosemary beads, whether the lucky coin actually has any power, the power comes back to you. So if you've got a crystal and you believe carrying it around in your bra or your pocket brings you good luck, it keeps you safe, then do it. In the spiritual business, sometimes people get accused of, using the tarot cards as a tool. And it's like, yeah, but we're all using the tools to enhance our intuition. We're all using something that gets us through the day. Why not use simple little things that make life easier? So, bringing the crystal conversation back to manifestation, I will sometimes sit with my crystals sitting on top of a picture or two that's about to go onto my vision board. So I will have my smoky quartz crystal sitting on top like a paperweight, charging up that energy, doing whatever it can to neutralize and clear out any limitations out of that picture. I will use my crystals as a way of, again, as I said, if I'm meditating, doing a quantum journey, looking at Claire with the outcome that she wants, I will anchor that into a crystal so that when I'm carrying that with me, it's like, yes, I'm not doing this alone. The crystal and I, we're manifesting. I've also done a lot, sorry, I've done a lot of quantum journeys with people. Quantum journeys are to go outside of time and taking people beyond past lives to their quantum reality. So if you've had an experience where you're an Arcturian or a starseed, from the crystal world, from Sirius, if you've had a world, if you know within your soul that you've had a lifetime before Earth, we can take you there and you can explore your connection to the powers within that world, and it gives you a deeper sense of understanding your purpose here. So many times people come from worlds where let's say that there's a particular world that's highly attuned to technology, and so they understand that That's why they're so good at computers. That's why they're so good with robotics and things. Or somebody may come from a world where Pleiades, where they're naturally energy healers, and it's like, ah, now I know that. Now I understand why I'm sensitive to energy. Now I understand why I'm here to bring the light to the world. Now I understand why I attract in what I do, and it gives you a deeper sense of your purpose. Some people come from worlds where they're time travelers or teachers. I'm trying to think. Again, once you go off on that journey to explore the ancient schools and where you've been before Earth, doors start to open up. Like it's like, wow, okay, this is this really accelerates your manifestation. I had no intention of talking about it in this course, but for those whose ears just pricked up, I was like, wow, what? Claire does quantum journeys, and I was like, yeah, let's manifest that course so we can connect and go off to other worlds together because it is a lot of fun. Uh, so crystals and manifestation, bringing it back to everyday life. Grab your citrine. That's the number one for me. Put that anywhere where, if you're into feng shui, putting that into your money corner into your house, putting that onto your bills, putting that where you do your work to increase your money. It's just fun. So hope that helps, guys. I'll talk to you later.